One of the most influential figures in the U.S. Army is changing his position on the handling of sexual assault prosecutions in the military, and it could start the change of policies within the military. This independent review panel has recommended commanders stop ruling on whether or not sexual assault cases will be prosecuted. General Mark Milley, who has previously opposed the recommendation, says he is dropping his opposition and is open to considering the idea after a review is finished. Reports of sexual assaults within the ranks have been increasing, along with pressure from lawmakers and advocates to do more. This is an issue we've been following closely here on News Nation Prime, and tonight you're going to hear the stories of two women, both working on sexual assault prevention and response within the U.S. government.
Both of them say while fighting for others, their work became quite personal, and they say it's a prime example of the systemic nature of this issue in the military, including some of its highest-ranking members. News Nation investigative correspondent Rich McHugh is live tonight with us here in the studio with his exclusive report.
Thank you, Rob and Ashley. This is a story the military would rather not be told. Two women hired by the Pentagon to help fix this issue coming forward with their own allegations against military leadership.
My name is Amy Franck. I have been working with victims of sexual violence since 2006. Currently employed as a victim advocate at the 416th Theater Engineering Command.
In 2013, Amy Franck was hired by the Department of Defense to help fix their sexual assault prevention and response program. After 6 years, in November 2019, she blew the whistle on them.
My whistleblower complaint was due to a 17-year-old private in the Granite City, Illinois Reserve Center that was raped, resulting in a broken collarbone and a broken arm. The command's illegal 15-6 investigation was documented in a memorandum of record. They said it was consensual sex. This victim was 17 years old, so in the state of Illinois, she could not even legally consent.
Amy Franck reported it all the way up the chain of command to the Army Chief of Staff.
They said they were going to look into it.
The next day, she was suspended from her duties.
And what was the reason they gave you for that suspension?
That I provided unsolicited advocacy support.
A year later, she is still suspended.
Do you feel that you've been retaliated against?
100%.
But now, Amy Franck's fight has become even more personal. In 2016, she made what's called a restricted or confidential report of sexual assault against her boss, an Army colonel. According to the Department of Defense, restricted confidential reporting ensures that the victim has access to support services without notifying chain of command or law enforcement. The downside, however, is that the assailant cannot be held accountable. At the start of this year, Ms. Franck switched her report from restricted to unrestricted, triggering an investigation into the allegations against her former boss, Stephen Moranian, now a two-star general and head of the Army War College. A protective order was issued prohibiting contact between Moranian and Franck. He was suspended pending the result of an investigation into undisclosed allegations.
We were at a military function, and I asked him, had he seen any of the people that I was with? And he leaned in towards me like he couldn't hear me, and so I stood beside him, and he grabbed me around the waist and pulled me into him, and then slid his hand down the back of my dress and grabbed my rear end, and to which I snatched his hand off of me and told him to never touch me again, and I left.
What was going through your mind in that moment?
I thought, I cannot believe this is happening to me right now.
What was his reaction?
He just kind of smirked at me. It was almost like, what are you gonna do? So I want to be very clear that what happened to me was abusive sexual contact. And it was not a penetrative assault. I was not raped. But the fact that my boss knew that I was the person they hired to advocate for sexual assault victims, and they thought it was okay to touch my body without my permission, is the point of this problem.
The Pentagon and General Moranian declined comment. Franck says that when she changed her report to an unrestricted report for investigation, the military retaliated further.
The Army Sexual Assault Office reached out to my victim advocate and told her that I was not allowed to have advocacy, that, and that I wasn't allowed to get updates about my case.
Emails from the military obtained by News Nation confirm that they denied her advocacy. That is, they deprived her of having the assistance of a victim's advocate, and also denied her information and updates on her case.
The most upsetting part about that is those were my colleagues. And they were telling my other colleague to not help me. And to have your own group of people that you've worked with for that long tell people not to help you has been so horrific. It was worse than the act itself. And now I know how my soldiers feel when the people that are supposed to be their battle buddies turn their back on them.
So when it came to her case, originally I did the intake for her because I was the third person that she called that day and no one else had answered their phone.
Amber Fitzwater is a sexual assault response coordinator for the U.S. Army. A colleague and friend, she processed Amy Franck's report, changing her report from restricted to unrestricted.
Are you afraid by doing this interview you'll face retaliation?
Yes.
Why are you speaking out?
I feel like if I don't say it, then who will?
Fitzwater says she too has her own experience with sexual harassment and assault from a superior, that an Army colonel began propositioning her for sex and groped her in a Virginia bar in 2018.
And I said no. Eventually, I had to turn and tell him like enough was enough, and he was becoming embarrassing and causing a scene. And then when I turned back around after telling him no, he reached over my shoulder and stuck his hand down my dress, inside my bra, and grabbed my breast.
A male bystander who witnessed it intervened.
His response when being told that his behavior was unacceptable and he needed to leave was that he's a full-bird colonel in the U.S. Army and he'll do what he wants. At which point the other individual identified himself as also a colonel in the Army and told him that his behavior was unacceptable.
He texted her early the next morning, quote, "Hope I wasn't unruly. I think I had one too many martinis." Fitzwater made an unrestricted report, and the colonel tried to settle with her. She declined. Last month, after 3 years, the case went to court-martial. But then, Fitzwater says she couldn't believe what happened next. During the trial, the Department of Defense introduced confidential details of a completely unrelated case, Amy Franck's sexual assault report, claiming there may be a link.
As the person who took that report, knowing that I hadn't violated that confidentiality and I knew that it was inappropriate and wrong, they tried to use this trial to damage her reputation, use this to intimidate me into not speaking because of the retaliation she had faced, intimidate me into not wanting to speak because it would either harm her or force me to violate her confidentiality on the stand.
The Inspector General of the Department of Defense sent Amy Franck a letter apologizing for mistakenly producing 17 pages of information about her in response to a court order concerning an unrelated case, presumably Amber Fitzwater's case. But Amy Franck says it's just more retaliation.
It's the retaliation that I'm receiving and the Department of Defense IG leaking my assault report to an unrelated court-martial and using that to be weaponized against me.
Is that why you think they did it?
Yes, I do. They want to shut me up.
Somebody broke her confidentiality at a much higher level, and all she got was an apology letter.
Quentin McNair was a sergeant in the Army, served for 24 years, and spent the last 8 years as a victim advocate in the Army SHARP program.
Do you think it was an accident?
Well, if they apologize for it, I hardly think it was an accident. So that level of information that they leaked, it's impossible to accidentally leak that to an unrelated case. It seems to me, in my professional opinion, that somebody purposefully leaked those in an attempt to discredit her for her own case. This seems like it was a clear-out message.
To Amy?
To Amy, yes.
In Amber Fitzwater's case, the accused requested a trial not by jury, but by judge. And despite eyewitness testimony from the other colonel in the bar that night, a judge found the defendant not guilty, without further explanation.
I have devoted my entire professional career to this program, to my victims, to the Army. And when it was me, they were more concerned about protecting an officer than they were their own people.
Amy Franck's case, meanwhile, remains under investigation.
I just think if they'll do this to me, and this is my profession, my life's work is to help victims, and the level of retaliation and concealment and cover-up, and the willingness to violate my rights by submitting my sexual assault report to an open court-martial with another victim's case, that these young soldiers don't have a prayer. If this is not removed for some transparency, we are going to continue to see soldiers and service members raped at an exponential level. The commands are going to continue to not be held accountable, and we're going to see murders by suicide increase exponentially.
Now, the Pentagon has declined comment. Amy Franck, despite being under suspension still, says she will continue to fight.
Wow, powerful reporting, as always, Rich. Is Amy at all confident she'll get justice?
I'm not sure she's confident she'll get justice, but what she is, she's hopeful that there are changes afoot. She's made it specifically clear to me that she wanted to do this to get it on the record, these allegations, because if she doesn't do it, then all the people that she's advising, can't really take her word for it.
And with all of your reporting, it seems like this would be such a pivotal moment for the military and how they handle sexual assaults. Is that the case?
Well, it does seem like we're at a tipping point right now where there's a new Secretary of Defense and there's a lot of attention on this. There's an independent commission taking a look at this, and I think that's also why Amy Franck and Amber Fitzwater chose now to speak out, because they want to make sure that their voices are heard now when people are really paying attention. So we may actually see some change here.
And it seems like with other things in the country, the fundamental question is, can a unit be trusted to police itself?
I think if you talk to these two women, they say absolutely not. And the senators that are fighting for change here, they say absolutely not. And some of the military leaders themselves are starting to concede maybe it's time we take a different look at this issue, because it's just been too long.
Rich McHugh, thank you again for your reporting on this and for bringing these allegations and these victim stories to light tonight. We really appreciate it.
Thank you, Ashley.
Tipping point indeed.